6th attack on the Capitol. The committee is seeking documents and a sit-down interview, saying Perry has evidence connecting him to efforts to install as Attorney General former Trump Justice Department official Jeffrey Clark, who aided attempts to overturn the election. In a tweet yesterday, Perry called the committee, the January 6th committee, illegitimate.
How precious. There are a lot of Republicans in the Senate, Bob Costa, who would disagree with him. Talk about the January 6th committee, where it's going, and as we move toward the end of the year and toward the January 6th anniversary, the areas that interest you most, given your reporting, exhaustive reporting on this and the lead up to January the 6th, what are some of the pieces that you think of the puzzle you think that they need to complete?
This is a really important story, and with all respect to House members, sometimes these names can blend together. It's hard to recognize someone who is Scott Perry, the congressman from Pennsylvania, but he really does matter, because he's one of the key players in the summer and in the fall of 2020 who's pushing and pressuring the Department of Justice to elevate someone named Jeffrey Clark to start claiming voter fraud took place in the 2020 election, to maybe even install Jeffrey Clark as the acting Attorney General. And this was picked up as an interesting, provocative idea by people inside the Trump White House. Why is this important? Because at the Department of Justice at the time, Bill Barr in early December is saying there is no fraud. But President Trump and others are trying to say there was fraud, and they were needed a fig leaf from the Department of Justice, somebody inside, to give them cover to try to overturn the election. So that's why this committee is looking at Scott Perry, the Pennsylvania congressman. What was he really up to try to pressure the Department of Justice to give a weapon to Trump to overturn the election?
Yeah, and Bob, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on President Trump's talking about a January the 6th press conference? What do you expect from that? Any reporting on what he's thinking about the January 6th investigation and the upcoming, anniversary of that horrid event?
I've carefully followed every interview Trump has given since he left office and every rally. Every single time he makes a public appearance, it is the same exact refrain. He gives the lie that the election was a lie and rigged. And so you will almost certainly hear this again on January 6, 2022. And the challenge for us in the media, for journalists, is to make sure that there is context as this lie is perpetuated by Trump. Reporting is needed to not just press the president on his claims, the former president, but to really make sure it's understood that when he's out there, he's not correct, he's not based in fact when he makes these types of claims.
Bob, I'm curious what your thoughts are as somebody who's followed him closely. You and Bob Woodward went in to talk to him in, I think, 2016 during the campaign. You two have studied his presidency exhaustively and written about it. You, of course, have yourself exhaustively. You obviously understand that when he went out with O'Reilly and he decided to aggressively embrace the vaccine, to say he got the booster shot, and to actually chide members of the audience for booing the vaccine, that was a calculated plan on his part. Based on all of your reporting and what you know of Donald Trump, why do you think he made that pivot at that time?
How many times during the Trump presidency did people go, oh, today Trump is acting presidential? As a reporter, I follow action. You know this, Joe. What's he really doing? And every day, even since he made that statement on the vaccine, he has been making public declarations to subvert American democracy. This is his active day-to-day operation ahead of the 2022 and 2024 elections. And on the vaccine, it's always good to have anyone, whether it's Trump or your next-door neighbor or anybody else, encourage people to be vaccinated so we have a public health crisis. But when it comes to politics, Trump is still Trump.
Right. So what's that calculation, though? I'm not saying he did it because he suddenly has realized that it's good for America. I'm just curious, why do you think he made that calculation, and why do you think he finally decided that was good for him politically?
Well, if he's been boosted, Trump's clever enough to know that facts will emerge. So if he's been boosted and tries to be evasive, reporters will ultimately find that out. So he was truthful about the fact he has been boosted. Good. Good. We like the truth. We like facts.